Chapter 6 will review additional accessories that are available. The zip brush can be used to clean carpeted steps and upholstery. For best results, avoid pressing down heavily on the zip brush. Allow the brush to rotate at maximum speed by gently moving it side to side. To avoid injury, do not insert fingers into the revolving brush area. Keep the brush flat against the surface being cleaned to avoid throwing particles outward. To clean the zip brush, remove it from the hose and use the hose to vacuum lint from the brush. Press the button in the front of the zip brush to release the brush ring. Lift the center brush out of the tool and remove any particles or lint. Place the brush back into the tool and turn it until it drops into the slots. Keeping your fingers free of the opening, snap the brush ring back in place. A hard floor pad is available to aid with dusting bare floors. To install the hard floor pad, first unplug the unit. Raise the nozzle to its highest setting. Attach the pad onto the nozzle using the spring clips. Disengage the belt lifter. Plug the unit in. Lower the nozzle all the way and put tech drive in neutral before turning the unit on. The floor care system is used to buff and wax hard floors. Before using the floor care system, vacuum the floor. Heavily soiled floors may require damp mopping. To buff the floor, assemble the buffer nozzle before attaching. Drop the buffer nozzle onto the buffer brush. Push the belt up against the brush roll with your finger. While holding the belt in place, turn the belt lifter counterclockwise until the red arrows line up. You should feel tension. The belt lifter will catch the belt and stretch it upward onto the nozzle. Remove the nozzle and attach the buffer nozzle. Attach the nozzle to the front and lock in place. Turn the belt lifter clockwise until the green arrows line up. Lower the headlight hood. Make sure tech drive is in neutral. Hold on to the handle firmly. Lower the unit until the brush roll touches the floor. Move the unit back and forth to buff the surface. To wax hard floors, assemble the wax applicator by pushing the two halves of the handle together until the pen clicks in place. Remove the wax roller from the case by inserting the handle into the open end of the wax roller. Pull the roller out of the bag and save the packaging. Use the roller to apply a small amount of wax to the floor. It is not necessary to cover the floor completely. Remove the wax roller from the handle by pushing the roller into the bag. Grasp both the bag and the roller firmly. Push the roller away from you to compress the springs and pull the roller off the handle. Seal the bag to prevent premature drying and store in a safe place away from children and pets. Grasp the handle firmly and turn the unit on. Make sure tech drive is in neutral. Lower the brush as far as possible. Then move the unit over the floor with slow, steady strokes to spread the wax. Wait 5 minutes, and when dry, go over the floor with the buffer again to buff to a bright sheen. For marble floors, use the same procedures, but buff immediately to avoid drying time. Hard floors may be rebuffed anytime. It is not necessary to apply wax every time you buff. Do not stand the buffer on end when polishing, and do not use the buffer on rubber or asphalt tiles. The floor buffer can also be used as a fluffer to reset matted carpet nap. Before placing the unit on the carpet, make sure tech drive is in neutral and the nozzle is all the way up. Holding the handle firmly, turn the unit on and lower the nozzle 1 notch at a time until the bristles contact the carpet. Lowering the brush too far can cause certain types of carpet to fuzz. Push the unit over the carpet to reset the nap. The turbo accessory can be used for a wide variety of household jobs. Assemble the unit as a canister before using the turbo accessory. Remove the head and attach the hose to the front. To use the turbo accessory as a sander, first unsnap the dust shroud at the rear of the tool and lift off. Tuck the end of the sandpaper into the front clamp and lock to hold in place. Tightly wrap the paper around the bottom. Tuck in the back clamp and lock in place. With the accessory on a level surface, wrap the dust shroud around the sander and snap it closed. Insert the hose. When using a sander, it is advisable to use safety glasses. Be sure no metal object, such as tacks or nails, are sticking up from the surface to be sanded. They could damage the sander and cause sparks to ignite the dust. Turn the unit on, then press the on button on the top of the sander. Grip the sander at the front and rear. While applying light pressure, move the sander over the surface slowly, allowing it to do the work. Don't force it or lean heavily on it. Replace the disposable filter bag after extended sanding because dust will plug the pores of the bag. To use the turbo accessory as a polisher, attach the synthetic lamb's wool pad in the same way the sandpaper is attached. However, do not use the dust shroud. Use it to polish hard waxed surfaces such as tabletops. To use the turbo accessory for scouring, attach the scouring pad. The dust shroud is not used when scouring.